Hello, it's Jo here at Jo Yoga UK, and today's little message, I just want to share something. Last term we were doing lots of things in our classes about the Yamas, and the Yamas, the 5 Yamas are kind of yoga, are sort of the moral guidelines by which we live by. And so I just want to share with you, today we're going to be talking about Ahimsa, which is the first of the Yamas, and it basically means non-violence. Now, when we think of the word violence, it brings up all kinds of negative connotations, but I just want to discuss that a little bit more deeply. Ahimsa means non-violence on every level, from the huge to the very subtle. And put it this way, if everyone on the planet practiced Ahimsa, there'd be no violence or abuse. The whole world would treat everyone and everything in it with kindness and generosity. Now just think about that for a moment. Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. And if we're cross and angry about the violence and things that we're seeing out there, then we need to look here and start right where we're at. So you may say to yourself, well, I never harm anyone. It's easy to practice Ahimsa. I never hurt anybody. However, Ahimsa asks you to look at your actions more closely. So on days when we wake up in a bad mood, we're emotional, we're in a hurry, and we snap at someone for no reason whatsoever. They've done nothing wrong, but we've snapped at them. Our natural primitive instinct is always to defend ourselves, and we react. But most of the time, it's just the ego ruling our actions. Ahimsa encourages us to stay vigilant at all times to ensure that we cause no unhappiness to others. So as I say, Ahimsa makes us look at ourselves on every level, from the huge to the subtle. So this ongoing work is very, very difficult for us to do. We behave unconsciously most of the time, so reacting in ways that we have been programmed to through society, our upbringing. So to practice Ahimsa constantly requires some concentration and strength. Now it might sound like a cheesy cliche, but behaving with kindness and generosity and having a high standard for yourself, we have this effect on us, everybody all around us. It may not be instantly obvious, but changes will happen. Be the change you want to see in the world. Constantly behave in a kind, loving and generous way, and these attributes will also come back to you threefold, and you'll subtly be affecting others, and maybe that person will just further down the line go to be violent to somebody and actually go, oh, hang on a minute, and recall how they were treated by you. But also I want us to consider Ahimsa to ourselves. We are often the meanest to ourselves. We treat ourselves in ways that we would never let anyone else treat us. Non-violence to the most important aspect of your life, you. Your body, your mind, your self-esteem, your health. During a yoga class, it's very, very important to treat yourself with Ahimsa, to be aware of Ahimsa all the time, to never be overstretch yourself, to never judge yourself, to always be kind and generous to your body. How's your body responding today? Are you pushing your body too far? Just pay attention to your breathing, pay attention to how the body feels, and practice Ahimsa on yourself. And today's choices are going to have a positive effect on your health, your self-esteem and your happiness. So try to practice Ahimsa in absolutely everything you do. When that means that nasty little ego voice comes in, you might need to challenge it. That nasty voice might come in and tell you something about your confidence or your body image. Practice Ahimsa. You are loved. You are wonderful. Be kind to yourself. Be loving to yourself. And don't cause yourself any harm. And so the opposite to Ahimsa is loving kindness, and show yourself some of that today. Let someone go in front of you in the queue. Pay a compliment and mean it. And slowly but surely we will be the change we want to see in the world. Namaste.